everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to write SQL queries using a very useful SQL function called the string split function. This function was introduced in SQL Server 2016 and is very useful in splitting a delimited string into separate rows. So let's get started. So we are going to write a select query and we are going to say select value from string split, which is a function, and then we're going to pass the string which we want to convert into separate rows. So let's use a simple string. So I'm just going to put some characters separated by a space. So A, then let's say BB, CC, DD, and E dot. That's a string. And then we need to specify a separator or delimiter, which is a space in our case. So this is the query that we are going to use, and it should ideally split A, BB, CC, DD, and E dot as separate rows. Now, if you remember, I mentioned earlier that this function was introduced in SQL Server 2016, and I'm using a version of SQL Server 2022. So I expect it to work in this version. I'm just going to execute it, but instead I'm going to get an error, invalid object name string split. Now this is a very common error, and that's why I'm showing you this error. This happens when your version you might be using the latest version of SQL Server to work with, but your database does not have the compatibility of the SQL Server 2016 or later versions. So it was maybe used or it was produced in an earlier version of SQL Server. So what we need to do now to fix this error is to check the compatibility level of our databases. So you can simply write select name CMPT level from master.dbo.sys databases, and I'm just going to run this query, and I'm going to get a list of databases with their compatibility levels. So here you can see that I have most of the databases set on the compatibility level of 160, but the database training is set on a compatibility level of 120. I have another one at 130. So the minimum compatibility level that we need for a database to have to be able to execute the queries using this function is 130, which corresponds to SQL Server 2016. Now I can set the compatibility level to 130 or higher for the training database, because this is the database I'm trying to execute my query in, and then I should be able to execute my query. So that is what I'm going to do here. Update the compatibility level. I have to write an alter database statement, and my database name is training, and I'm going to say set compatibility level equal to, and I'm going to set it to 160 since I'm working with SQL Server version 2022. So I'm just going to execute this statement, and the command completed successfully. So now I should be able to use this function. I'm going to execute this query once again, and you can see that now I can use this function, and the results are as we expected. Each of the string has been converted into a separate row. Now that we understand how this function works, we have another argument that we can pass to this function, which is called the ordinal. So if you pass the argument value as 1 and select star and execute this query, you will see that you have another column called ordinal that defines the order in which the strings were split. Now this can be useful in certain scenarios, as we will now see. Now for all examples, we are going to use this table called products, and you can see that there's a column in this table called tags that has some data which is a delimited string, and the delimiter is comma, and you can see that there are multiple categories associated with this product name. Now the first most common scenario is that we want to split these tags into separate records, and then in the name column, we still want to associate the product name with each of these tags. So let's first split the tags into separate columns. Now to achieve this, we can use the string split functions. Now since string split is a table valued function, it cannot simply be used in a select statement. So if you try to write a query like this, products this is going to give you an error message. So the correct way to write this query would be select product ID, name from products, cross apply, string split, the column we want to split, and the delimiter. Now this particular function over here is going to return multiple records. That's why we need to use the cross apply operator. So for every single record returned from this particular query, it is going to join it with each record returned from this particular query. And now we have something missing here, which is we did not include the result of the string split function. So the result of the string split function is going to come in a column called value. Execute this query again, and you will see that the tag column has been split into different records, and each record has been given the same product name. Now another use case can be that we want to find out all the products where the tags has a tag for the value bike or clothing in it. So if we want to match just the clothing tag, then we should only get the product ID 1. But if we want to match the bike tag, then we should be getting all of these 3 product IDs. So let's write a query. So I'm just going to say select star from products where, so we are going to match on clothing first. So let's say clothing in, and here in the subquery you can say select value from string split tags. So let's execute this query and you will get only the one record. Let's change our wording to bike and execute, and you will get all the 3 records. Now some of you might think that we can also use a like clause to achieve the same purpose, but here what we are doing is we are matching the entire word, and we are matching the occurrence of only that word. If you use a like clause and you try to match on bike, then if there's another tag called motorbike, then that will also be matched. So let's say LL headset was aligned to the tag motorbike, then that also you will get in your output, whereas you did not want motorbike to come in your output, you was looking for only bike. So that's why you can use a string split function in this scenario. Now the next scenario considers the requirement where there is a need to match on multiple tags. So now we are saying that we want any product names which have a tag of, let's say, clothing, or it has a tag of road, or it has a tag of touring, and so on. So multiple values. So in that case, we are going to make use of the exists clause, and we are going to say where exists, and we are going to put a subquery where we are going to say select star from our string split function tags, and we're going to add a where condition to our subquery where we are going to say where value in, and we're going to provide that list of values. So let's say clothing. Let's see, the next is we want mountain. Then for clothing, we should have product ID 1, and for mountain, we should have product ID 3 returning to us. So let's execute this query. And here we will get those 2 records. Now for a 4th scenario, this is where we are passing the values dynamically and trying to filter the data in the table. So what we're trying to do here is we are trying to filter data based on product ID, and those product ID values we are passing through a web application or somewhere. So we are going to get that as an input value, And that value, it can have one product ID, it can have two product IDs, it can have any number of product IDs, and I want to pass all those values together. So I'm going to pass two product IDs in an example here as a string value. And now I want to filter the data in my table products using this input parameter that I have received. So again, we're just going to select everything from the products table. And then I'm going to perform a join and use a string split function. And now I'm going to pass this input parameter to this string split function. So what it is going to do, it is going to split the value, and we also need to pass the delimiter, which is going to be a comma in our case. So it is going to split the values from this parameter based on the delimiter of comma. So it is going to split it into two separate values, 1 and 2. And now I've defined my join condition. So I need the value which comes as the output of this table valued function. So value equal to product ID from my table product. You get those two records with the product ID of 1 and 2. Now this query can also be written simply as a where condition, where product ID in, and we can say select value from the same function that we defined over here. And when we execute this query, we are going to get the same result. So this is now in our last examples, we are going to make use of the ordinal parameter that we saw earlier that defines the order in which the values have been split. Once again, if we write a query, select string split, and I've changed the values of the product ID. I've made them into character values, and I'm going to pass this parameter as my argument, and I'm going to define the delimiter as a comma, and we need to say select value from string split, this function, and I'm going to execute this, and you're going to get the values. Now if we add another parameter and just put it as 1, then execute our query, we're going to get another column with the ordinal values. So now this column can be used in various scenarios. Maybe you just want to order by this column in a descending manner. You can simply say descending, and you'll have the values in that order. Or maybe you only want even numbered occurrences. So you can say ordinal mod 2 equal to 0. And you will only get those characters or substrings which were at even numbered positions, and so on. So you can make use of this column for your different kinds of requirements as well. So this is all about the string split function, a very useful function and a very handy function. Most of the examples that we have discussed here are from the Microsoft official documentation, for which I will put a link below, so you can create your sample tables and work with all these queries. We hope that you found this video useful. If you did, then please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will meet you in our next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.